Good morning. It is a Friday, the 8th of February 2013, and the plot so far is that life goes on. I do not want to spend all my time just dealing with this personal matter, the suicide of my son and my former wife, his mother, etc. It is a wider issue than just a personal matter. It does relate to the English law. Men and women, marriage, the social services, and faith and such like. Very much, in my case, about faith. I accept that from Job, the Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So the Lord gave us very easily. We didn't have to try very hard for that child. He came very easily. Within 6 months of the marriage, we were married in my birthday, as it happened, September the 12th, 1991. He was conceived on Tuesday the 5th of March, 1992, born 2 weeks premature, full breech birth, so caesarean, at Central Milton Keynes Hospital at 12:10. Sorry, I don't know why I said 12. Because it's the 12th, November the 12th, Thursday, November the 12th, after round about 10:30. She was a epidural, so between 10 and 11. And he popped out, and I held him and all the rest of it. Fine, wonderful, glorious. And now I know that he is dead. He died on Tuesday, the 23rd of August 2011, just short of his 19th birthday, so the back end of his 18th year. Committed suicide. I don't know how yet. I want to find out. I will find out. It is not just about our own personal lives. This question of marriage is in the air at the moment, with homosexual people wanting marriage and so on. It's about society. There are a whole raft of social aspects to marriage. It's not just about the parents. We parents, the male and the female who conceive, bring a child into the world, nurture it, and so on and so forth. It's about God. That human life, from conception, and that's a whole other subject, from conception, the moment the spermatozoa pierces the egg, boom, that's it, all right? As it happens, from a medical background, I do accept that there are certain circumstances in which the loving thing, so the 2 commandments, love God, love your neighbor as yourself, and the loving thing is to have an abortion, particularly if it would mean that the woman would die in childbirth. that's a whole other subject. I'm not prepared to speak about that properly. I haven't been thinking about it, so it's not in the forefront of my mind. I'm just thinking about the social implications of bringing a life into the world. It is God's life. We, the parents, are the caretakers, as it were. But for all our lives. So, from being, in my case, a man, you become a husband, you become a father, and if you're blessed, you become a grandfather, maybe. In my case, clearly this is not going to happen. That's in God's hand. I have no complaint with God. He has chosen this path for me to bring me to him through these years with the child, etc. This is my life. And it matters that one life. If we don't respect one individual human life from conception, where are we? Indeed. So that's my take on it this morning. I accept God's will. I have rather a nice view out here, just across the countryside with the odd passing cow and stuff. Well, it's all right. It's a green field with a wood behind me. But it's a peaceful view. Floods down one end and turns into a lake. So lucky old me. You know, I'm blessed. I'm alive. I am not vengeful to my son's mother, my former wife. But it has implications. This policeman, where I used to live in Newport Pagnell, he was on the M1 motorway, on the flash fast, unmarked. I think he had a Jaguar, which was all one of those XJ6s, all souped up and so on, but with cameras and, you know, back in the 80s. Zapping up and down the M1, catching people and whatever. But he had at home a Morgan motor car, which is an old English sports car with wire wheels and open top and all that, and he used to wear a Biggles flying helmet type, you know. And his wife he found her talking to the boyfriend in Bermuda or something, and the next thing, he was a policeman, 20 years service. Thing we knew that they had German Shepherd dogs, his wife used to breed them. I had a German Shepherd dog then too. Naked, he took one of the dog's leads and hanged himself from the tree at the back of the garden. The police came and obviously cut the tree down. These things matter. It affects the society in which we live. His wife was unfaithful, and it just destroyed the man, his spirit. There must have been people who knew my son. It's a tiny village, Islip, I-S-L-I-P village, by Oxford City. It's a very small village, and the family are known there. The aunt used to live there, and so on, obviously his parents and so on. So I'm not vengeful, but I consider it my duty as a father, and much more as a Christian in the world in which I live, to pursue the matter through the proper channels, which will include the social services of Buckinghamshire. Won't get justice from the English legal system, ever. You can't sue a judge. His Honour Judge O'Connor was the judge in question, who made the initial draconian decision. I was in my kilt at the time. I was painted as a bad man by my former wife, and then various lies and half-truths were told by the same former wife, and they were believed, and the matter went on from there. I know this. So, it is my life. Instead of being my energies put into whatever, instead I went off, having received no justice from the English legal system, I went off on a pilgrimage around the world. I'm still in the same pilgrimage, sort of. Really? On this journey of life, as are we all. I have been a husband and a father, to the best of my ability, and within the constraints, farmer, of the circumstances. So life goes on. Not for my son. It utterly alters my whole perspective on life, on my view of England, on my view of womankind, actually, too. No, I still love to see little old dears hobble, 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 hand in hand, together after all these years. And so clearly, two people, a male and a female, a man and a woman, who come together into one, and then blessed in that union to bring a child into the world. It matters. Through love, it matters. Not all this blasted rubbish about homosexuals, either two women or two men. It's rubbish. It's false. It's not how God intended it. So, life goes on. A bit of the wall just fell off. Oh, sorry, it wasn't me, honest. That could be useful. Put a cup on. Lord. I was so blessed, you see, in a happy, normal family situation. I want to put something back into this world. Something of beauty, of Christ, of light. This is the cheapskate one, sardine tin. Works though, still a candle, still light. It's got to be a candle, not electric. Cheerio.